Hello, I'm Eric, and I would like to apply for the narration gig, or whether it's ongoing. And I am originally from Malta, which is an English-speaking country, so I don't have any problem reading or speaking the language at all. In fact, my English level is very advanced because I read a lot, and I'm used to public speaking and also acting on TV, in theaters, So I've got some experience in that regard, so I don't think I should have a problem to narrate or to read narration in English, of course. Well, of course, I can do that even in Italian and French, but that's another thing. So, okay, it was requested that I read some excerpt from a book, and here I am. So, this is it, okay? Victor overheard part of the conversation and told me that I could not have a giraffe because we had no place to put it. And I pointed out that it was only a third of a giraffe and that it was the most interesting third. So it was impossible to say no to. Victor then proved me wrong by saying no, no, no several times. He argued that we had no way to get the giraffe to our house, but I explained that I could pick it up from my parents' home and put it in the passenger seat of our car. And then I could roll down the window to Monsieur Giraffe's head could stick out, and then I'd be able to use the HOV lane, whatever that means. Victor disagreed because all of a sudden he knows everything about HOV regulations, but it didn't really matter because my dad called back and said he couldn't get a good deal on the giraffe head, so he passed. Victor was relieved, but I reminded him that my father is a terrific liar. So there was still a small possibility that he'd bought the giraffe stock himself and was fixing it up for me as some sort of weird Christmas present. That's the thing about my father. You never know when he's hiding a giant surprise giraffe head from you. I can't really tell whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I'm leaning towards good. Victor seemed concerned that a surprise giraffe might show up at any moment. But he didn't need to worry because my dad really did pass on the head, but oddly enough, he ended up picking the head up from an local auction when the woman who won it hired him to fix the damage. He was shocked she'd paid double the asking price, but when he was driving the giraffe back to his taxidermy shop, another woman saw the giraffe's flowing mane and followed my dad home, offering to pay double that price. The lady who bought it at the auction refused because she'd fallen in love with him, and my dad shook his head in bafflement. He called me that night and said in a hushed tone, "My God, there's more of you." But that's another story.